Dear viewers, welcome to the latest update of Super Typhoon Dolphin and the weather forecast for Hong Kong from today, 6 August 2026, through the next few days. Subscribe to our channel for daily weather updates and stay informed with the latest weather developments across the region. Super Typhoon Dolphin continues to remain an extremely powerful tropical cyclone over the Western Pacific. According to the latest available analysis, the center of the storm is located about 478 kilometers east of Kadena Air Base, moving towards the west-northwest at around 19 kilometers per hour, or 10 knots. The cyclone is generating phenomenal sea conditions, with maximum significant wave heights reaching around 12.2 meters or 40 feet, making the surrounding waters exceptionally dangerous for all marine activities. At present, Dolphin remains under the steering influence of a strong subtropical ridge positioned over the Sea of Japan. This atmospheric pattern is guiding the cyclone steadily towards the west-northwest, and forecasters expect this general movement to continue during the next 3 days. However, weather conditions higher in the atmosphere are expected to evolve. A trough moving across Siberia will gradually weaken the subtropical ridge, causing the cyclone to slow down between the next 24 hours and the 3-day period. As the steering pattern changes, another ridge is forecast to build to the northeast of the cyclone. This will eventually accelerate Dolphin's forward speed again and gradually turn its track towards the northwest. Based on the current forecast, Super Typhoon Dolphin is expected to make landfall somewhere along the coast of eastern China in approximately 3 to 4 days. While confidence remains high regarding the storm's movement over the next 3 days, greater uncertainty develops beyond that point because even small changes in the steering winds could significantly alter the exact landfall location. Regarding intensity, Dolphin is forecast to remain an extremely powerful cyclone during the coming 3 days. Meteorologists indicate that the storm could experience a brief period of slight strengthening within the next 12 to 24 hours as it moves over the warm waters associated with the Kuroshio Current, where ocean heat content is slightly higher than surrounding areas. Despite these favorable ocean temperatures, forecasters do not expect any significant intensification. The reason is that Dolphin has developed into a very large and structurally complex tropical cyclone. Such broad systems often require enormous amounts of energy to strengthen further, limiting any rapid increase in intensity. As the typhoon approaches the Chinese coastline, environmental conditions will gradually become less favorable. Ocean heat content will decrease, and the storm's slower forward speed will allow cooler water from beneath the ocean surface to mix upwards, a process known as the storm's cold wake. These combined effects are expected to weaken Dolphin slightly before landfall. Once the cyclone moves inland over China, rapid weakening is anticipated. Without the warm ocean waters that fuel tropical cyclones, Dolphin is expected to lose strength quickly and eventually dissipate completely within about 5 days after landfall. Forecast confidence also changes with time. Numerical weather models show excellent agreement on Dolphin's track through the next 3 days, with only one model presenting a more southerly solution than the others. Because the majority of forecasting models remain closely aligned, confidence in the short-term forecast is considered high. Beyond the 3-day period, however, forecast confidence decreases substantially. Computer models begin to disagree on how the steering ridge will evolve, leading to considerable differences in the projected landfall location along China's coastline. Furthermore, once the cyclone moves over mountainous terrain, its circulation could be disrupted, resulting in more erratic and less predictable movement. Now, what does this mean for Hong Kong? At this stage, the latest forecast suggests that Dolphin is expected to make landfall over mainland China rather than directly over Hong Kong. Nevertheless, as the cyclone approaches the Chinese coast during the coming days, Hong Kong may begin to experience the indirect effects of the storm. These could include strengthening winds, rough seas, increasing swells, occasional heavy rain showers and squally thunderstorms, particularly if the storm tracks closer to the Pearl River Delta than currently anticipated. Residents are advised to keep monitoring the latest forecasts and official weather warnings, as any shift in Dolphin's track could change the expected weather conditions across southern China, including Hong Kong. Mariners should exercise extreme caution, as dangerous sea conditions with very high waves will continue across parts of the western Pacific, and coastal waters may become increasingly hazardous as the storm approaches land. In summary, Super Typhoon Dolphin remains an exceptionally powerful tropical cyclone moving steadily west-northwest towards eastern China. It is expected to maintain much of its strength over the next several days before gradually weakening near landfall in 3 to 4 days. After moving inland, the system is forecast to weaken rapidly and dissipate completely within about 5 days after landfall.